guys, it's Chris from the Spirit Emporium, and tonight I'm going to show you how to do your own spirit candle. This is a fun and this is an easy thing to do. This requires pretty much a lot of the things that you have laying around your house already. If you're making candles already, then you will have wicks. If not, then that's probably the only thing that you're going to have to buy. So what you need to get, a clear vase or glass or bowl, some kind of a container that you're going to use as your spirit candle holder. You're going to need water, you're going to need oil, and like I said earlier, you're going to need a wick. Oh, and depending on how you use your wicks when you're making your candles, if you're not familiar with the process, it does need to stick to the bottom of the container. So you know, if you just put it in there, it's going to drift around and it's not going to be straight. You want something that's going to glue it to the bottom. I use hot glue. You can get these little tabs. They're just like wick tabs. They're just tiny little like glue dots, basically. Or maybe a glue dot would work. I don't know, but they sell them just for wicks. So you can get one of those, stick it on the bottom of your wick, and then glue it down there into your glass, your container, whatever you're going to use. In this situation, or for this video, you can see it, I already glued mine down in there. So, I've already glued mine down into my glass, and I've trimmed my wick. I shouldn't have done that. I got a little carried away, and after I trimmed my wick, I thought, you know what, this would be a great video to share with everyone else. So, pretend I didn't do that. That's actually like the last thing that you want to do. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you want to leave enough room here for your wick to burn and not drown in the oil and the water. If you don't have enough wick, it will drown. So I have already predetermined where I'm going to pour my water and my oil. But if you're going to do this fresh from the start, do not trim your wick. Leave it long. Leave it hanging out. It's going to extend outside that glass. You see how much taller that is? That's what it should look like, okay? But I goofed. So leave it long, glue it in there, and then do your candle. The difference is, when I start pouring my candle, what we should have ended up with is water and then oil. Pretty much filling it to the top. But I can't do that because I cut my wick. If I fill it all the way to the top, my wick is going to drown. So I'm going to have to fill it about to right there, which isn't all the way to the top. So had I not trimmed my wick, whatever. Anyways, I goofed. So don't do what I did. Leave your wick long. Okay, so now that you've got your wick glued down and your untrimmed wax-coated wick is not trimmed down, it's glued inside its glass container, you're going to get ready to start working. So you can do a couple of different things here. Some people don't add anything. At this point, you're going to put in your base. So you can add gemstones. You can add in crystals or shells. Whatever you feel would help you know, with your energy in this candle. In my case, I'm going to add in some adventurine. I have a handful here. I hope this is probably going to be very loud. I'm going to try and pour it in very slowly. There we go. Just a few of them at the bottom there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I missed one. Sorry. There's the last one. Okay, so I'm using green adventurine. You can use whatever you want. When you're getting ready to do your water, you can add your white salt or your sugar, depending on what you're going for here. And you can also add fresh herbs. So if you want more of a protection candle, then you can add your sage, you can add your white salt. I would blend the salt in with the water first. If you're going for something that's going to give you prosperity, then I would add your white sugar to the water and blend it up really good first before adding it into your vessel. So now that I have my very clear water, you can't see that there's anything in it, I'm going to pour it into what's going to be my candle. my candle base. It makes a bit of a mess if you're using, I guess, this Pyrex. I have a very large Pyrex measuring cup, and it did spill everywhere. That's why I have a cloth here. But anyways, so there we go. We've got my water in there. What you're going to want to do at home, now that you've got your water in your vessel, is you're going to want to use your favorite blessing, your spell, whatever you feel that you are in tune with, that you can put into this water. So I would suggest doing that at this time, just giving it your blessing. Once you've finished with your blessing, blowing on the water 3 times is a good idea. It's recommended because it instills the holy breath of the Spirit into the water and tunes you more closely to the spiritual energies of the universe. I apologize if you hear any screaming coming from one of the floors beneath me. There's nothing going on. It's just some video game playing. So sorry if you hear that. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. You've got your water and you've blessed it, and you want to breathe on the water 3 times. So just blow across it. 1, 2, 3 times. There you go. Now you've blessed your water. Now comes the time where you want to add your oil. I'm just going to try and very gently add the oil to the candle. There we go. And look at that. It's perfect. The oil floats back up to the top, which is exactly what I was expecting it to do. Over a few minutes, all of that oil will be sitting at the top. There it is. I don't know how clearly you can see that, but I've got my oil and my water. My wick is right there, right in the middle. Sitting very pretty. So, at this time, cut your wick. I already cut my wick. So, and it's actually at a very perfect length. You want there to be enough length between, you see how that works? That's perfect. That's exactly where it should sit. Look at that. Okay, so now, that should burn for about 13 hours. Where's my... I guess I'm going to have to light this for you. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to give it a light and see how pretty this turns out. All right, so you want the wick to be long, not too long, but maybe I should have trimmed mine down a little bit more. I don't know. I think that that's going to be okay. But look at how cool that is. In the event that you are in your house and you have wicks because you saw this video and you decided to go out and buy them and you ran out of power, all you need is cooking oil and water to have some light around the house. I mean, we just went through a nor'easter the other day and there are areas that are flooded that are without power. So I don't typically have emergency candles. Now, we make our own candles here at the Spirit Emporium, so I have an abundance of my own candles, but you know, not everyone has that sort of thing. Here is a quick, easy way to make a candle. It also, you know, depending on what you put into it, could be used in your rituals. So have fun. I hope that you can find a wick and a cool glass and some oil and some water and throw this bad boy together, because why not? It's super cool and easy to have yourself a spirit candle. Anyways, it was Chris again from the Spirit Emporium. Have a good night. Bye.